coming to this week's current affairs. Now, you all know on the last week itself, we celebrated our Republic Day. So what are we seeing? That we had the president for France who had come as a chief guest. Now, who is the president? That's Emmanuel Macron. And what could we see? There are multiple bilateral relations. There are a lot of treaties that have been signed in his 2-day visit. Okay, so what are we seeing? As I told you, the name of the president who was our Republic Day chief guest for this year. Now, there are certain key points for the India-France briefing. Now, what are we seeing? First is the defense collaboration. Now, this helped in focusing on the high-tech fields, like which of these fields: the robotics, AI, cyber and defense. The next was a robust defense industrial roadmap that signified a shared commitment. So this was made with this idea that both the countries are going to work together for the same. The next that we could see is industrial partnership. Now, this industrial partnership plays a very important role, and this was with regards to helicopter production. Now, this was Tata and Airbus helicopters. They both have partnered for H-125 helicopters. The next that we are seeing is maritime cooperation. The PM Modi as well as President have discussed certain maritime developments. Now, maritime idea or maritime developments are very much required. Now, this was specially focusing in the Red Sea region. So it becomes important for you to know about these pointers and read about the small things. Now, when we are saying that the disruptions and developments in the Red Sea, what are the disruptions and what are the developments that we are potentially thinking of doing in the Red Sea region? Similarly, the H-125 helicopter, these things become important for you to read. Okay, coming to the next part of the same thing, the India-France bilateral relation, what are we seeing? Next is the space exploration. Now, when I try to talk about the space exploration, we are seeing that there is an MOU that has been signed between New Space India Limited and Arena Space for satellite launches. Okay, now this is with regards to advancing or developing the space exploration idea. Similarly, the comprehensive roadmap. Now, what is this comprehensive roadmap? This is with regards to science, technology, healthcare, education, sustainable agriculture. We know India is an agro-based country, and there is a lot that we can contribute and get in from both the countries. Next, it is definitely emphasizing on broadening collaboration across multiple sectors. As I just told you some time back, with regards to science, technology, healthcare, education, and sustainable agriculture. Understanding the same thing, we are planning to collaborate or connect under multiple sectors. The next is France has mentioned this thing that India-France, it's going to be the year of innovation till 2026. There is a joint celebration to foster this innovation. Okay. Next, we are seeing is youth exchange and visa extensions. This is the last point and one of the most important points. Okay. Now, young professional schemes. Okay. Under this scheme, what we are seeing that this scheme is actually given or open for individuals who are of the age of 18 to 35. Next, we are seeing that the visa validity is extended to 5 years for Indian students who are pursuing their master's degree in France, which is another positive point that we see here. The next news for today is another important news that has played a very important role. Last week, we saw something with regards to Ram Mandir, and this week we are seeing something with regards to the Gyanvapi Mosque. Now, what is this mosque talking about, or what is this news altogether? ASI, or very commonly known as Archeological Survey of India, or very commonly known as ASI, basically in its recent survey happened to mention that there existed a Hindu temple prior to the construction of the existing structure. Now, as we all know, the existing structure is actually the Gyanvapi Mosque. The other thing that we are seeing is that this mosque is actually located at Varanasi, India. Now, this is near to the Vishwanath temple. Another important thing is it has a lot of historical and religious significance. Okay, now this is an intertwined history of the Hindu-Muslim dynamics in the region. Now, more than other things, more than the cultural developments, it is important for you to know the report or the understanding that were put in by ASI or the Archeological Survey of India. So the first thing what it mentioned is destructions during the Aurangzeb's reign. Okay, this point becomes very important for you to see what kind of destruction happened during this period of time. The next that we are seeing is inscription in different scripts. In the Dravidian, that is in the script that is mentioned in the written in the southern part, as well as the scripts that are written in the northern part. We have seen multiple such scripts that were present during the findings or during the excavation at this mosque or temple. The next we see is reuse of temple parts. A lot of pillars and other regions or other things were actually reused for the current mosque as well, current building of the mosque as well. The last part that you're seeing is the idea of central chamber integration. As we have seen in the Ram Mandir case as well, there was this idea of Garbhagriha or the central chamber. The same idea is also visible in this Gyanvapi Mosque as well. So make a note that you are reading about all the findings and the coming developments in this case as well. Coming to the next part, another important news of CPI or very famously known as Corruption Perceptions Index. Now, what is this Corruption Perception Index? This becomes very important for us to know. This actually is the perceived understanding of corruption at public sector. Okay, this year there were 180 countries who were part of it, and India ranked 93 out of those 180 countries. See, India's overall score as compared to 2022 is not that great, or it is almost similar. We are seeing that the overall score for this year is 39, and there was a minor decrease from 40 that was in the year 2022. The next that we are seeing is in the year 2022, our rank was 85th. The next that you read here is that it is basically an annual assessment that ranks countries by their perceived levels of public sector corruption, as I just mentioned in my start as well. Okay, now it becomes important for you to see that there are countries that score of which have scores of 0, which are considered to be highly corrupt, to 100, which are considered to be very clean. And it becomes important for you all to know that Transparency International, which is a global NGO that focuses on combating corruption. This index is actually published by Transparency International. The next thing that we are reading today is the China's rank. So it is important for you all to see that our neighboring countries are ranking to what levels. China's rank for this year is 76. Bangladesh is ranking at 149. Pakistan is at 133rd. Sri Lanka is ranking at 115. New Zealand's rank for this year is at the 3rd level, and Singapore is at 5th level. Now, why did I mention New Zealand and Singapore? Is so that you understand the ranking of these countries and the amount of, as I mentioned, that how clean are these countries. So this is what it becomes important. Likewise, our neighboring countries are also at a low rank as us. So have a look at this index as well and other indexes also. Coming to the last segment or the last news for today, that is Blavatnik Awards. Now, what is this award? Basically, there are 3 Indian scientists who are set to receive the prestigious UK prize in London. Now, the esteemed Blavatnik Awards will acknowledge their outstanding contribution. Now, who are these 3 people? Rahul Nair, Mehul Malik, Tanmay Bharat, and other early career scientists. Now, what do I mean by early career scientists? Young scientists during a black tie gala scheduled in London, which is on the February 27th of this year. The other thing that we are seeing is that these awards actually totally provides 480,000 pounds in grants. Okay, which underscore the importance of the recognition and research funding in propelling scientific breakthroughs. These amount is given for their outstanding contribution and for their further research fundings as well. The next thing that you see here is the three names that I had mentioned. One of those names, that is Rahul Nair, has been honored as the laureate in physical sciences and engineering for his pioneering work. Now, what was this pioneering work? This was in developing innovative membranes using a 2D material, okay, two-dimensional material. This becomes important for you to know about these awards, and not only these awards, the recent other awards that were introduced during the Republic Day as well, that is the Padma Awards, and one of the nominations for Bharat Ratna as well. So have a look at all of these things. Coming to the last part, as I told you, drop in a message in the comment section and let us know what are the other things that you would want us to make videos about, and we will help you out in those. I am also telling you there's an exciting news for you all, that in this coming month, we are also going to start with a new batch. So for the students who are not a part of the IMS family and who are seeing this video, you can check all the content about this in the comment section and in the description as well. And for any other details, feel free to connect to us, and I'll see you in the next video. Till then, bye-bye and take care.